privatisation improves services or makes any economic sense.
If you examine the sneaky tactics used by this government, you would be naive to think that they're going to stop at privatising the disability services. Who's next? The Enabling Act and forced transfers can be used on any public service positions. Nurses, community health workers, firefighters, transport workers. I ask you, who's next?
They're under the impression that if I've got a disability and I've managed to organise my own life, to say what I want to do and do it, that everybody else with a disability should be able to do that, and they can't. They just can't.
Mr Adhc and this government continues to lie and use deceit and propaganda to push their real agenda to privatise public services. This is not about enhancing choice or opportunities for people with a disability. This is about saving money, giving away millions of dollars of public assets, shirking their responsibility to vulnerable people, and worst of all, hoping they can do it before the public clue on.
We cannot afford ourselves to slide backwards into that 19th century system that we had right up until 35 years ago. Because it's only in the past 35 years that we have developed in New South Wales to world's best practice. Throughout the world where I've studied disability care, in America, in England, in the Netherlands, in other countries of Europe, South America, nobody has the standards that we've developed within Adhc. Now, ageing, disability and home care is the final basis of that pyramid that delivers the services that we must maintain.
I'm talking about people living with severe developmental disability and challenging behaviour, who are going to be thrust into a world of the unknown. Unknown surroundings, unknown carers, unknown future. They have not been given a choice. They have not been given rights. This is 2014 and this draconian measure feels like 1814. Where people who don't fit into mainstream society are punished and forced into a life without choice, without a voice to protest. And that is why we are all here today, to be their advocate, to be their voice.
Even the government's own commission report, Outsourcing Community Services, identifies that people that are living in remote areas with very complex needs still needs that government, public sector safety net. Because I think that the services are so splintered once you remove that coordination that the government can provide.
In the coming months, we will have an election in New South Wales, and it's up to the people to say to our politicians that we want Adhc and other public services to stay in public hands, and we say no to privatisation.
It is morally corrupt. It is not about choice. It is about money and how much money big business can make. It's time for this government to go.
Hands up! 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 Hands up!
Mayor, please do not let this happen. The state government is failing in its duty of care to these people. Cannot. A real choice is public-owned and funded disability services.
They are going to be worse off, it's going to be dramatically worse off, but there are some commercial enterprises that are going to reap the benefits. And those companies, those people and those organisations are in the wings waiting for the millions of dollars that are going to flow their way.
I don't have a choice to stay with Adhc, which is what I want. I want that choice to stay with Adhc. I am proud of being an ADIC client, and I will remain proud to be an ADIC client. And thank you very much.
I know that the money's short in a lot of the group homes now. Once they get individual packages, I see it as being a class system all over again. Because really, it depends on how involved your family or your advocate is in the plan, how much knowledge they have as to what is required for the best that you can have, and who's the planner.
Private organisations' motivation is a profit motivation, and if you have to stretch your dollar further to give shareholders a profit, services have to diminish. And one of the key benefits of government-provided services is that it is not profit-driven.
Make no mistake, a crisis in the delivery of disability services in New South Wales is looming. We know this, clients, families and their supporters know this, the wider community know this, and even the politicians themselves know this. Privatisation, no way!
ADIC is in fact the platform and the basis for all the expertise of medical, psychological, psychiatric care in that field of New South Wales social management. They are the benchmark by which everyone else is judged. They are the people who have been under the microscope and developed policies, developed methodologies, developed systems over a 35-year period to reach this stage where we are now world's best practice.
The concept of NDIS was that we clients have a choice. We do not have a choice in privatisation of ADIC.
Where is the evidence that this will lead to better care and better quality of life for people with complex disabilities? There isn't any. There is no case, and we've heard about the UK experience, and if this happens here, it is an absolute crisis, and we can't allow it to happen. Let me make one thing crystal clear. Nurses and midwives across New South Wales campaigned for the NDIS. This is not about the NDIS. This is not against the NDIS. This is about holding those politicians to account to make sure that they do the right thing by people with a disability and by the carers that dedicate their lives to look after them.
I might be disabled, but I'm a human being first. I thank you, unions, for sticking up for us people, and whatever we can do to support you, I am standing right beside you.